The median sales price in Fort Walton Beach slips a little bit. Navarre agreed to protect 545 acres. And what's happening on Esther Cutoff? I'll go over these things and more in this month's market update. First, the numbers. The median sales price for a single-family home in Fort Walton Beach for the month of July 2023 was $326,250. That is down from $349,900 the previous month in June. A year ago, homes were selling on an average of $315,000. There were 72 homes sold in the month of July in Fort Walton Beach. The previous month was 70, so not too far off. And a year ago, 82 homes sold in Fort Walton Beach. The average list to sold price ratio was just over 98%. Previous month was about 98.5%. And a year ago, list to sold price ratio was 98.8%. Days on market, that's the time it took from the time that home was listed until it went under contract. And in July, that took 14 days. The previous month, June, was only 7 days. And a year ago in July, days on market was 10 days, kind of right in between there. Median price per square foot, which I'm not a big fan of. I think there's too many variables there, but I know people have differing opinions and some people love the square footage price. So in July, it was $218 per square foot in a home in Fort Walton Beach that sold. The previous month, it was just $2 less, $216 per square foot. And a year ago in July, it was the same, $218 per square foot. Month supply of inventory, there was just over 1.5 months supply of inventory in July. The previous month, there was 1.4 months supply of inventory. And a year ago, it was 1.28 months supply. So there were 98 single-family homes listed for sale in July of 2023. The previous month, there were 79. And the year before, there was 106 homes listed in July of 2022. So what are these key indicators telling us? We got 1.5 months supply. That's up 10% from the previous month. List to sold price ratio is 98.2%. Days on market is 14. Even though it's twice as much as the previous month, that's still pretty low. Median sales price, $326,250. That's down over 6.5% from the previous month. Now, a balanced market is usually considered about a 6-month supply of inventory. So that's one thing that's keeping us more heavily weighted to a seller's market. So there are a limited number of homes. There's still people wanting to buy them, and they're selling fairly quickly in Fort Walton Beach. This from GetTheCoast.com, an article by Jared Williams. The Florida Department of Transportation will begin work in August on a $6.3 million project to mill and resurface Esther Boulevard, or Esther Cutoff as locals call it, from Highway 98 to Beale Parkway. The project also includes minor widening of shoulders and opposing left turn lanes at multiple intersections, sidewalk repairs and upgrades at pedestrian crossings to comply with the Americans with Disability Act requirements, as well as drainage improvements. There will also be new traffic loop replacements. Those are basically wires under the pavement that detect when a vehicle is there. There will also be new signage and new pavement markings. During construction, drivers and bicyclists may encounter periodic detours, lane closures, and minor traffic shifts. Access to businesses and other private properties will be maintained at all times. Lane closure restrictions have been divided into 2 geographic locations. Highway 98 to Hollywood Boulevard, Sunday through Thursday evenings between 8:30 p.m. and 5:30 a.m., and Hollywood Boulevard to Beale Parkway, 8:30 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. daily. This project is estimated to be completed in the spring of 2024. This from the Northwest Florida Daily News. A partnership between the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, the Trust for Public Land, and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service have acquired 3 parcels of land in Navarre that will serve as a nature reserve for endangered species and added protection from flood risks in the surrounding community. In Creek's Landing, the 545 acres will be used in hopes that several endangered species, such as the reticulated flatwood salamander, Gulf sturgeon, and the red-cocated woodpecker will hopefully reach the day when they are no longer categorized as threatened. 2 parcels are along the East Bay River, directly across from Eglin Air Force property. The third, the smallest parcel, is adjoining land directly east of the Navarre soccer complex. Wetlands act as a natural barrier between waterways and development that has the potential to reduce flooding, water pollution, erosion, and protection in the case of a natural disaster. Santa Rosa County's strategic plan for the nature reserve also allows the community to enjoy recreational opportunities. There are plans to put in passive hiking trails that won't disturb the surrounding ecosystem, and viewing areas that local birdwatchers can use as they gaze the treetops looking for that perfect photograph. If you have any questions about the area or concerns about listing your home, my contact information is down in the description below. Feel free to reach out. Here's another video to check out. Thanks for watching.